Hey, I'm Hunter from SkillThrive, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to write middleware for your Next.js API routes. Now, I'm actually moving my site for SkillThrive over to Next.js so I can take advantage of some of its benefits, like for one, being able to write my backend and frontend code in the same place, and also taking advantage of server-side rendering, which can help with certain pages loading faster and things like that. I won't get into the details of why you might want to use Next.js. There's plenty of videos out there discussing this, but because I'm coming from an Express server, I have this idea, or if you're coming from Express as well, you probably know about middleware. Now, if you don't know about middleware, I'm actually going to jump into my Express code here and talk about here where I'm actually defining these routes. Now, at the top, I have these routes which you can get from like SkillThrive API, version 1/auth login. And then I have one for verifying the token, and I have one for is logged in. Now, all of these routes should be routes that are easily to access without actually having to be authenticated to access them, right? Because it doesn't make sense to be already authenticated in order to log in or to verify login. So beneath these, you'll see that I have this middleware function called protect. And what this does is it sees that if a cookie was sent over of an access token, it then decodes that access token to get the user ID, checks if that user is in the database, and if everything passes, it then attaches a value called, or an object called user onto the request. And then all the functions beneath here has access to that user object, which it can do various things like logging them out, checking them in the database, making sure they own whatever they're trying to update, things like that. So you kind of get an idea of how this works. Let's actually look at what these functions look like in Express. This is by no means an Express tutorial, but let's go over here to where I write the controllers. And if I go ahead and just search for that protect function, you'll see here that we have our typical Express handler. It first defines a token, sees if cookies exist on the request, and if they do, if there's one called access token. If that does exist, it then attaches it to this variable that we defined here. Then if no token exists, it returns a response of a 401 with an error that you're not logged in, then asking you to log in. Then I have a try catch block. Inside the try, I then decode that token, passing in the secret, which is an environment variable. And then we get that decoded value from the JWT. And then on that, we have the user ID, which then we can check using Mongoose if that user exists in the database. And we're storing that on the current user. Then if no current user exists, we return an error of a 401 saying that user no longer exists. And if everything passes through here, that means there's no reason to there's no errors, and we can go ahead and attach that user here, that user object on this request, passing in that current user that came back from MongoDB, which is our database. And in our catch, we can console log that error and then return an error of a 401, asking the person to log in if there were any errors with that request. And then we have this function called next, which means call the next thing in line for that whatever route that person was trying to access, which if they're accessing the logout route would be the logout route. So now let's go to the logout route. So logout. And now you'll see at the very top, we have access to that user because that middleware ran before this. So remember, it passed it on to the next thing in line, which in this case would be the logout. And on that user is a value of arrays called refresh tokens. We can set that to an empty array. Then here we just clear the cookies. So we get rid of those cookies on the client side. And then what we do is we save the user using this MongoDB function called save. So essentially what this does is just it removes all the refresh tokens in our database as well. And then it returns a status of 200 saying, cool, everything's good. And it doesn't return any data back because there's nothing to return back when a user logs out. Okay, so this is what it looks like in Express. And I know I went through that really quickly because again, this isn't an Express tutorial, but going over to Next.js, I'm like, how do I do this in Next.js? I could create my own custom Express server, but then I'm not doing it the way that Next.js was really built for, and I'm losing some of that, some of the benefits of using Next.js. So I had to come up with a different solution. And I couldn't really find a lot of things online talking about this, and I couldn't find a good video, which is why I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about it in this video. Okay, so let's go ahead now and talk about how everything is written in Next.js. Now under here, under the API, under Pages, is where you write all your API routes. And then you access these from API/users/logout. And you can call that in your front-end code. So here, essentially it's the same thing that I wrote in Express. But this time I'm actually checking the method to see if it's a post. And if it's not a post request, if it's like a get or a patch, then it was going to return an error saying only posts are required. Now what I can do is I have access to that request.user because of this function here, or this middleware called withProtect. So again, this is the same code as the Express. So let's look at this withProtect. So this withProtect gets passed in that handler. So if we go back into the logout and scroll down, you'll see that handler is what we called this original function, const handler, and then we passed it into this withProtect. So it's just being passed into this function. Then essentially all it's doing is then returning another request response handler, which is essentially it's just taking control of that function for now before passing it back to the original one. So this is the same code that we wrote, or that I wrote in the Express.js. And that's the token, checks to see if the token exists on the cookie, sets it, returns an error if that token doesn't exist. Then it decodes that JWT, sees that user is in the database. If it's not, returns an error. If it is, it passes or attaches that user onto the request using that value that came back from the database. And then we just return calling that handler that we originally passed in, and then passing on request and response. And if there was an error, we just go ahead and throw a 401 with please log in to get access. So you see now that we can, we have this, essentially this middleware function that we can wrap around all of our routes that we want to actually have that user attached to it. So now that we have this going, let's go ahead and I'm just going to boot this up to show you how this works. So I'm just going to go ahead and run, start our Next.js server. Okay, so everything's compiled successfully. So I'm just going to use Postman here to test these routes. And I'm going to run this is logged in, which what it does is it takes a cookie that is stored on this, and hopefully there's one stored, and then it goes ahead and creates a new token if there's a refresh token here. So let's go ahead and just try this out. Cool, so now we have a new cookie here for our refresh and access token. And now what we can do is go ahead and log out. So if we go ahead and send that, you'll see that we get a success of true, we get data back, and there's no more cookies here stored on our client. So now remember, because we're using withProtect, I shouldn't be able to access this logout because I'm no longer signed in. So now let's go ahead and test this again, and I should get an error saying that I don't have, that I need to sign in, which is exactly what we want. All right, so another middleware function that I needed to write is one that checked the user's role. So remember that that user has a role set on it, which I defined in Mongo and or my MongoDB database, and that role by default is user. Now there's some routes, let's say there's a route for deleting a user. Well, I just don't want anyone to be able to delete a user, but I only want that to be set for admins. So what I can do is I created another middleware function called withRoles. What this does is it passes in that function, that handler function, and then I can define some roles in a string, and I just space them out, defining based on the name. And what it does is say, hey, does that user have this role? And if they don't, we need to go ahead and return an error of 403 saying you don't have permission to perform this action, and then we need to return that back to the request handler. Now, this doesn't really make sense for a logout route, but just to show this, I am going to go ahead and import this withRoles and then show you how you can essentially chain on middleware in your Next.js routes. So let's go back into our logout function here, and let's go ahead and import that middleware right here. Okay, so remember this withRoles needs this the user that comes back with the withProtect of middleware here. So this withProtect needs to be run before we call withRoles. And the way we do that is essentially just calling it again right inside this withProtect. So withRoles. And then remember, we can go ahead and pass in that handler inside this withRoles. And we need to go ahead and pass on a string with some names of roles that can actually access this. So for in this case, we have a role of admin. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And because I'm logging in as just a regular user, I shouldn't be able to actually access this, and I should get the error saying I don't have permissions. So let's go ahead and save that. Looks like everything's good. Now I'm just going to go through the sign-in process here. Okay, so I get that token in my email. I can paste it here, go ahead and authenticate myself. Okay, so now I have those cookies here. But now, because I have that withRoles and only admin can do it, so let's actually go back and see what came back from this response. So you can see here that this data came back of user, and my role for my currently signed in person is just user. So I shouldn't be able to do this. So let's go back to log out. Let's go ahead and try to access this. You see that it says that we do not have permission to perform this action. So hopefully this gave you a really good idea of how you can use essentially middleware in your Next.js routes in order to check if a user is logged in, or check to see if they have the appropriate roles in order to access a route. Now I'll be sure to include all of this code in the description below for you to dive into a little bit more, and hopefully it gives you a really good idea of how to apply these to your own projects. If you like this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and be sure to check out our other design and development tutorials on our YouTube channel. Again, I'm Hunter from Skill Thrive, and I'll see you in the next one.